Well, hello, Hexicans. Ahoy to you. Oh, let me take this off. Welcome to DeFi Syndicate, half a DeFi Syndicate anyway. We're trying to wake Phamous up. So those of you who are in his spaces, try and wake him up and tell him it's time to go to work because he's slacking. Anyway, welcome to DeFi Syndicate. I am your Captain RG3. The captain of Hex, the old man of Hex, the eats shit and barks at the moon man of Hex. That's me. That's me. I am the old but wise crypto Xer, not boomer. Xer. We're a different class of people, guys. Xers are different. We were raised by the boomers, for those of you who don't know. But see, the boomers didn't really raise us because they were all a bunch of freaking hippie lettuce smoking freakazoids, all of our parents. And they drop us off with our grandparents every single weekend. So, or during the week, sometimes when they were in prison, we were with our grandparents. You know, some of us had it like that. So we were raised by the greatest generation. And we were birthed by the boomers who, in my opinion, have just fucked up everything. I'm sorry, boomers. You guys created all the mess, you know, because when you guys were born, for those of you who don't know, the reason they call it the baby boomers was because there was a very large population of children that were born back then. That's when everybody was having 10 and 12 kids and all that kind of shit. You know, the stuff they're trying to stuff down your throats today, like, it's good. We need more people. We need more population. We're dwindling. We need more. Shut up. Shut up. Quit crying about stuff. It'll ebb and flow. You know, there'll be another generation of people that have 10, 12 freaking kids. But right now it's not feasible. It's not doable. But anyway, back then when those people were doing that, the hippie lettuce smoking generation left us to be raised by the greatest generation. So we're kind of like bookend by the millennials and this boomer failure thing, because when the boomers were born, that's when everything took off, because there's so many kids. They had to build schools. They had to expand cities. They had need more hospitals. So it was a big, giant, you know, expansion of this country. I don't know globally what it was going on, but anyway, so that's what the boomers did, is they created all of this capitalism stuff. And when they created capitalism, they created a vacuum of greed, and lots of people got into the financial spaces and started stealing from everybody, started creating laws that benefited them and not the working class. And so my generation, the X generation, who was the last generation really to go out and do any work, or wanted to do work, or thought that work was going to get you paid. If you climb the ladder and you worked hard enough, you have a nice retirement and, you know, support a family and all that good stuff. Well, we watched that dwindle down to nothing. Even though our productivity as human beings has gone through the roof. Yeah. You look at the productivity numbers of the American worker. You can look at it globally too, and see how much production efficiencies and how much more production was done over these last, 40, 50 years. It's just been insane, the amount of growth. However, the value of our labor has gone down, therefore squeezing us out of the retirement, the comfortable retirement brackets. People used to be able to retire and have a nice nest egg and Not so much anymore. Us Xers are screwed on that. And a lot of us are having to work because, I'm sorry, but you new generations, you guys don't want to go do the work that we used to do. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to go out there and move heavy equipment and get greasy and smash your fingers and get crushed and all that good stuff. Yeah. What a tragic. We had a tragedy here in California. One of the riggers, not one of mine. One of the riggers had a forklift flip over and crushed him. He lived, but he's in really, really bad shape. 20,000 pound forklift flipped over on him. Really bad, really bad. So those kind of jobs, I know why they're not desirable, but it used to be a good living, but not so much anymore. Now we need things like crypto because we have AI and we have all these things. But you know what? I've got people doing some work at my house right now, and there's definitely a need for a labor force out there. So hopefully, labor can start making some gains. I know the guys that I had to hire over the last year, were making really good money. We're making really good money. Literally hiring somebody new, green, making close to the amount of money that I was making when I finally left the field years ago. It was crazy to be hiring people like that. So we live in a strange world. We live in a really strange world these days. Nobody knows what's up or what's down. It's upside down world everywhere we look. It needs to be fixed, and the injection of cryptocurrency into our financial system has really made an impact, I think. And not because it has adoption and it's being utilized and all that stuff, but the tools are really there now to fix this thing. And they weren't there just recently. This is new. This is within the last 3 years that this has actually happened, because we all know, those of you who've been around for a little bit, and for those of you who haven't, I'm going to educate you right now. Crypto has been a shit show, an absolute fucking monkey circus. Really, just flinging shit at each other. That's what crypto's been. 99.9% of the stuff out there is garbage. So for those of you who are in here poking around, just realize that most of the stuff in your wallet is garbage. It is. Even the stuff that you think isn't garbage is garbage, because it's about to get ran out of town. That's what's about to happen. Richard is about to eat everybody's lunch in the DeFi space. He already did with Hex, and there's no stopping that or putting that genie back in the bottle. Hex is here to stay. It is the GOAT. It is the thing that Richard Hart built for his, that's his legacy. Hex will always be his legacy. PulseChain will be bitching. PulseX will be bitching. A wallet, if he comes out with a wallet, will be bitching. All the stuff that he comes out with is probably going to be really cool stuff. Going to work well. Going to fit in the space real nice, but everything's going to be built to enhance Hex, because that's his swan song. For those of you who don't know, that's how Richard talked about Hex. If you go watch some of his old videos, he doesn't talk about Pulse like that. No. He talks about Pulse like Pulse was put here to fix a problem that Hexicans had with their Hex on Ethereum. He launched Pulse to help the Ethereum devs gain some time and get a little bit off of their network so that they can go and fix their problems. Those are the things that Richard talked about with Pulse and PulseX. They're just there to make Hex better. And if anybody thinks otherwise, you're sadly mistaken. Hex is the GOAT. Hex is the crypto that you're looking for. It's what the whole world has been looking for. It's the only crypto that acts like Bitcoin, meaning you can trade it back and forth. And it's more secure than Bitcoin. More secure, and it acts just like it. So if everybody thinks that the safe play is Bitcoin, and wait till they find out what Hex really is and how safe of a play it really is and how it functions when it's on its new chain. I think we're going to see a whole new influx of crypto freaking switchovers. We're going to flip crypto. They're going to be coming in droves. Yes, yes, yes. Let me go to the chat room and say hello. Get off my little rant. I'm not an angry rant today. I'm just I just got back from the range, and not the golf range. So that's like my Wednesday is my range day. I go out there and relax and have a good time. I love it. DGen Juggy, what's up? T-Bird. Love it. My bro. Love it. Tigre. Can't watch live as always. Oh man. Well, we'll catch you next time. Excelsior, what's up? D'Artagnan, hey buddy, hey buddy. Doug, good evening to you. Crypto Heartbeat. Oh, we've got royalty in the house. Let's go. Yeah. We've got a new show here. It's called Defi Syndicate. I'm usually bookend by Crypto Phamous, but every once in a while, the young man takes a nap and doesn't get up on time, or he's getting a tuna fish sandwich or something. I don't know. Every once in a while, I lose him. Just like the old days with DC crypto. You know these kids. None of them can be prompt. You know my school I came from? You go early and you stay late. You're never late. I was never late for work. I was late one time for work because the traffic was absolutely just completely stopped. And I left like I was always to work probably 45 minutes early. Sit in the break room, chilling, getting my stuff ready, thinking about what my day is going to look like. That's how I was taught by the greatest generation, my grandfather, who now is still alive. He's 95 years old and Korean War vet, the whole thing. You go to work early and you stay late. And you're never call in sick. And I didn't. I went to work sick, never called in sick, never called in a day sick in my whole 30-year career. Pride myself on that. But anyway, you youngins need to get some of that shit in you. What's up, Sandip? Sandip, damn, bro. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Oh, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Frenchie made bully, and maybe I've just missed your name popping across. But man, you just, for some reason, the name just brought back old memories of the lemons and the days in the DLive. Man, what a good time we used to have back then with Hexo and all that. Pete Swag, what's up? Dorsey, hey Dorsey, WW2. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The greatest generation. Crypto Truth, what's up, my Hexagon from a T-Bird R3 and Crypto Heart. Hey, what's up to you, man? Hey, what's up, Liberty? So my homie Liberty, he lives out here by me. He's one of the OGs and local buds. Big G, what's up? And who else we got? QC Organics. Hey, boomers having kids, most definitely not the problem. Boomers having kids, most definitely not the problem. Yeah, boomers didn't create a problem. The boomers made the economy explode because of their sheer population. And thanks for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you, man. Victoria, hey, what's up with you? Briss, my buddy. I just went and saw Briss the other day, hanging out with him. AI will move those machines. AI is not going to move a 100,000-pound machine. Sorry, bud. They ain't going to do it and say, no, put it there. No, move it over an inch. No, you know what? It doesn't look right there. Twist it over this way and put it over here. Yeah, let's see an AI get that done. Ain't going to happen. Hey, T-Bird, thanks for subbing up in there, or joining, I should say. The increase in productivity from technology, we were told, was supposed to free us all. How'd that turn out? It made other people rich is what it did. That's what it did, because our productivity went up and they became more wealthier. And unfortunately, most of the time, that's what people at the top do, is that they don't trickle down. This trickle down economic bullshit that they tried to shove down our throats in the fucking 80s and stuff. That shit never worked, man. Never worked. I saw them cut taxes for rich people over and over again. I saw them give them, the benefits and then scream and yell at fucking welfare moms and shit, which really wasn't the problem because they don't take as much money as these motherfuckers have been taking. So these guys make me work harder, make everybody mad at the fucking poor people. But hey, don't look at the rich folks that are fucking stealing your fucking pocket change so that they can have multi-million-dollar bonuses and all this bull crap that they've been doing for the last couple decades. It's bullshit. I mean, I understand meritocracies. I understand merit-based, but when you're out there busting your hump and the owner is buying Ferraris and you've got a broken down car and you're working 16 hours a day, there's a little fucking something wrong there. I'm sorry, but there's a little something wrong there, because if you were to just even that out a little bit, the guy doesn't have to put the working class guy doesn't have to put a dime where $1 is supposed to go every month and fucking, drink his woes away on his couch while his old lady's fucking pissed off at him because she thinks he's lazy, but he's just beat down fucking tired from going out there and working for the man and watching the man, run around with Ferraris and trips all over Europe and all that kind of shit while you're busting your hump for him. And I get it. I get it's his company, but there comes a point where you got to make your workers have to have that equal opportunity also to thrive, not just survive and barely make it and eke out a living. And then one fucking mistake, one little thing happens and you're wiped. One of your kids has some kind of disease or some sickness or something, you're wiped. You screw up something somewhere, you're wiped. You get a divorce, you're wiped. Just the whole system is just, if you're not just perfect and do everything by the book and work your ass off and then have side. I survived. I was lucky enough to be able to do what was right and keep mama home raising the kids and make enough on the side and in my job to survive out here. But a lot of guys didn't. And those are the ones I'm concerned about. And that's why Hex is so important. It's so important to people like that. New gutters again, Captain. Not this time, but no. Yes. Just a little workaround now. Capitalism was created because of Bretton Woods Agreement, forcing the world to use the US dollar. All right. The world uses the dollar. I'll read the Bretton Woods thing. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I'll check it out. But if it's one of those rabbit hole deals, thanks, Beach Swell. Appreciate it. I'll check it out. Oh, those Boston Dynamic robots replace the labor. Dude, no. They can replace somebody like you who pushed a button on a machine every once in a while. Yes, they can replace a person like you. I know what you did. Remember? I moved machines where you work. Button pusher. Constantly building a day and night only, stopping to replace the battery. Future's going to be lit. Yep. Now that we're retired, right, buddy? Beat Swag, what's happening? Refined Hayseed Appellation. Oh, okay. Welcome. We got Bullish in the back running the controls, by the way. Did you hear that, Briss? Your Bitcoin is shit, bro. He knows that. I've been telling him that forever. One day his bag's gonna just pull my bags. Is that how Richard does it? Pull my bags. Day 43. What's up, my brother? Joe Venuto. Product market fit. Yes. X James. Hey there to you, buddy. Frosty dog. What's up, Paul? DB Cooper. Hex is the GOAT. Hex is the GOAT. Yes. Economic Nobel Prize worthy. Yes. 100. I think that Richard Hart and Dev Kyle should get Nobel Prizes for this, for the share, for the invention of the share, for the invention of the doggone it, of the interest rate, which is the name will hit me. I forgot to take my mushrooms. I need to take my mushrooms. But anyway, yes, Nobel Prize worthy. These guys created something that is just insane. It's the the compounding of the interest. So they changed the compounding of interest from just a straightforward compounding, which what we found before Hex launched and Dev Kyle fixed was that if somebody just staked short stakes, they would outpace the long stakers. And that didn't work. That wasn't going to work. So they had to get rid of that model. And that's when Dev Kyle found this reverse compounding of interest with the T-share to it's freaking phenomenal. It's amazing. Oh, what you going to bring out, you Bitcoin jumper? Academiciated. The low gains, BTC, no thanks. No thanks. Who wants something that's not even going to X? How are you going to X on a Bitcoin? You going to X a Bitcoin? A 1X to what? You got to go to 50,000 back. You got to get back up to all-time highs to get a 1X. And then if it goes 2X from there, really? You think so? I don't know. I don't want to lick that popsicle. Sorry. Who else is in here? Checks my pulse. What's up? Refined hayseed Appalachian. I play tennis with the old people today. Ooh, UT. I'm too old. Yeah, me too. Me too. I did leg. Today was leg day this morning. Oh, he brutalized me. Oh my gosh. I've got a really badass trainer. Dude's a beast, monster, just rip. Oh, sometimes leg day, he likes to freaking mess with me on leg day. What's up, D'Artagnan 8? Oh, yeah, I said hi to you. Simba 369. When PulseChain? When Richard hits that damn button, that's when PulseChain. Come on, Richard, hit the button. That's all he's got to do is live. There's going to be that moment. He's going to go, literally, think of Richard. Live. Go get it, fellas. Ladies, it's yours. Live. It's going to be just like that. Milf Tony, what's up? You got a lot of streams going on? You got a lot of streams? Thanks for not forgetting. Or you did forget it. Bifiness, what's up, bro? Delivered an ass chewing today. They wanted it in blueberry flavor. They got it in blueberry flavor. World's falling apart, guys. Glad we're all going to be mega quadrillionaires. Yes. Yes. Romanian Dan, what's up, dude? Good to have you in here. MT Coiner, what's up with you? Far out aliens, my bro. My AI ran a new sewer line. Oh, really? A new sewer line? Your AI did? Sandy Beach, my lady. Welcome. Welcome. Who else? Crispy, how you doing? How you doing, Crispy? Excuse me. I just want that money back for my roads. Right, dude? Fix the roads. Fix those roads that these guys are driving on. And by the way, when it comes to, well, I know that AI is going to replace that because I literally delivered the damn trucks that operate. So like we had a company here that I moved a lot of equipment for, and they're down south, and they literally every week sent a truck to Arizona that was AI. There was a driver in the passenger seat with controls to take over if something was to happen, but they were testing it, and this rig was going back and forth Arizona to California. Boom, 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 boom. No problems, doing its own thing. So that's going to get replaced eventually, more than likely. Jay, everything, what's up? I speak the truth. Thank you, Sandy. I try to speak the truth. I mean, if I misspeak or I say something, it was out of ignorance, stupidity, or bliss, or I just didn't know. And I thought I knew. But I would never, ever, ever just blatantly tell a lie to get you guys to do something. Not in me. Not in me to do. Not in me to do. I would not lie to you. And I would not have you do anything that I haven't done. What's up, Crypto King? The producer. Hexbola. I cannot be replaced by a robot. No, you can't, Briss. You cannot be replaced by a robot. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Who else wants to catch everybody? DJ and Dougie, replace me, trucker for life. Yeah, man. There's gonna be specialty trucker jobs, like but in my field, I drove big rig, and it was flatbed, double drops, low boys they call them, because I moved machines. I had to drive machines around, but a lot of our loads were wide loads or long loads or tall loads. So there's going to be, I think, some of that. And for instance, tie downs. You take a 60,000, 70,000 pound machine, you ain't going to have no AI tying that down. You need a human being to get in there and find there's some tough to find spots to get these things tied down to these trucks. It's going to still take human beings to get these things together. Now, I'm not saying that an AI can't drive it to its location, but you got to offload it with human beings. It's going to be, because that stuff's tricky, man. That stuff's tricky. Iron workers, a lot of those guys, they do some real intricate, detailed shit that, you get boxed into a corner somewhere and they got to get you out. And those are guys you want in your corner when it comes to that. Bitcoin, please put this up. Bitcoin is going to 1 million eventually. That is a 35x. Briss. I can't believe you're in here talking about $1 million Bitcoin. Really? Do you really going to say that in here? You're just embarrassing yourself. Stop it. Stop it right now. Go wash yourself. Go clean your mouth out with soap. Take a shower or something. Go on. Who else is in here? Alan, what's up, dude? Let's see. Maybe he needs to find the button, put a bit of fur around it. I bet RH finds it then. Yeah, I imagine he might. MJ Money, did you know Richard had a Captain? Did you know Richard had a what? Oh no. What do you think about Shane, Richard's little brother? Oh, the little brother thing. Well, didn't that get exposed as Surf Day again today from Frosty? Oh man, you're killing me, bro. Killing me. Didn't that get hoaxed out? That was a hoax, wasn't it? The Richard brother thing. I mean, I saw the guy, but whatever. Let me see what D'Artagnan said here. He says, Captain, your words from pre-big payday still echo in my conscience. You said 15 years is not a long time. I regret not staking long and big before big. Oh man, thank you. Yeah, no, we all do. I would have staked more. No, I'm pretty happy with how my stakes are because I thought about it. I thought about my age. I thought about where I needed to be. Yeah, so I'm happy with what I did. Now, I did stake a bunch of those 15-year blocks, just chunks, of hex versus one big 15-year stake. I put it in chunks because, hey, 7.5 years comes. I mean, look, there's certain people that were very adamant to this day are very adamant about not hitting that EES button. And I told them, I said, bullshit. 7.5 years comes and that button's going to get pushed a lot of fucking times. People are going to be ending those stakes, getting their principal out and cashing out, baby. They are going to be doing it. And don't tell me they're not, because they are. Because if Hex in 7.5 years is at $50, $100, $150, some shit like that, I'm not saying it's going to, but if it is, guess what's going to happen? Motherfucker's going to be hitting that button. I don't give a shit how much big payday cash is out there. I don't care how strong their hands are. When you put $200 or $300 into a stake, that 7.5 years later, it's worth, I don't know, $5-6 million, and you're ready to go. EES, baby. Watch. Well, watch what happens. Watch. Mark my words. Okay, so back to Richard's brother. Let me get to the bottom of this here. I guess I don't want to miss anything important here. I'm Richard's cousin, Ricardo Corazon. Hey, Alan. Yes, you are Richard's cousin. Oh, wait, let's see what Crypto King. BRICS is expanding rapidly, but again, Google AIIB and look at what regional and non-regional members are if you don't know what. So, okay, so I'm going to give you the 411 on the BRICS thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's all a bunch of hype. It's bullshit. Because guess what? You are never, ever, ever. Look, you can't get good nations to get together and do shit. What in the fuck makes people think they're going to get Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, and India to do anything together? You're fucking crazy if you think that's going to happen. You are out of your fucking mind if you're worried about BRICS. It is nothing burger. Those nations are crap. They've got no infrastructure to do anything together. It'll never happen. It'll never work. You can't put oligarchs in the same room and tell them to go play nice with each other. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. If any of you have freaking, kids and you put a bunch of 3-4 kids in the room together, guess what happens? Somebody's crying, somebody's fighting. That's exactly what's going to happen with them. You mark my words. Mark my words. It's going to fall apart like a freaking house of cards. It's ridiculous to even talk about that thing. It's so a nothing burger. So a nothing burger. Saudis ain't going to do shit with anybody else. You're absolutely right, my friend. And neither is India. Ain't getting into that mess. India is not going to get dirtied up with these guys. No freaking way in hell. No way in hell. You watch. Mark my words. Mark my words. It's a big nothing burger. Oh, it's just another. Oh, the poor dollar. The poor dollar is dying. It's been dying for fucking 50 years. It ain't going nowhere, guys. It ain't going nowhere. You gotta have a unit of exchange, and that's what it is right now. And they can try all the shit that they want. All those nations are garbage. Russia is garbage. It is a garbage nation. Look at this stupid little war they had. The freaking garbage crap that they put out there. They had to go and get freaking guys out of prison to put them on the front lines. Fucking so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Don't ever forget that the United States currency, the dollar, is backed by its fucking military. And we've got the biggest goddamn military on the planet. Now, it's useless. We don't really need to be going out to war anymore because we annihilate everything that we do, and we do it from the fucking seat of our, air-conditioned rooms with drones and shit now. Our prowess is just too much. We overwhelm the world all the time in everything. We are the GOAT. And people who don't see it, you're just false flag freaking trying to gaslight fucking everybody on some stupid bullshit. Everybody just needs to get back to work is what we need. Everybody needs to get their ass back to work and go innovate shit. Go make new shit. Go do new stuff. Quit fucking crying about the end of the world because it ain't happening. There ain't no magical mystery fucking spaghetti monster coming down to fucking save all your asses. Get up off your ass and go do something. Save yourselves. That's what it's about. That's what it's really about. This fucking crying, miserable fucking, worried about shit. Stop worried about shit. Absurdly bullish for crypto. Yes. Absurdly bullish for crypto. And yes, Brasology, USA #1. USA, let's go. America. The biggest takeaway is that the naive confidence in all the fiats is beginning to crumble. Yes, that is a fact. Now, this is what it's going to look like more than likely, is that as confidence erodes, so confidence is eroding in the fiat system quicker than adoption is taking place in the crypto space. When that flips, when that block flips, that's when crypto is going to get its legs. That's when crypto quite possibly can run into that 5 to 10% of the world are now using it and in it. It's set up for it. It is set up because now we have true DeFi. We have a chain that's coming. That's going to be true DeFi. We've got Hex, which is the true DeFi replacement of the Bitcoin with yield immutable, trustless, working flawlessly for over 3 years. We got it. It's all here. The block can flip. But until people that are losing confidence can gain confidence in crypto, and look, let's face it, there's nothing for them to gain confidence. We can sit here and scream, eat shit, and bark at the moon all day long and say Hex is the GOAT and Hex is the way, Hex is the way. But there's 999.99 things out there that get their attention elsewhere. Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu, and all these other fucking stupid chains that are out there. See, they get the attention because they're the new shiny objects and they're the crypto space and they're all bullshit. So what happens? People get disillusioned. We got to drive them to Hex. We've got to drive them to Richard Hart's products. We got to drive them to the true DeFi, which is what we have our hands on. So it's going to take all of us, every single one of us, to go out there and speak the truth and relate to people and be that voice of reason to others. You know, I'm not going to be the voice of reason to everybody. Very small percentage of people want to listen to me versus some of the other people. The message is the same. But I think a lot of the crypto space likes to see the chart behind you and hear the tech guy talk and say all the cool freaking buzzwords, you know, about technology in the crypto space and where it could go and number this and number go up here and number go up there. Captain doesn't fucking blow smoke up your skirts. I tell you like it is. I tell you how it has real world fit. That's it. That's it. I don't fucking play around with this hopium shit that everybody else does. But it works because they're getting numbers. So I am not complaining about it because people are watching them and people are hearing the message too. So I just can't do that stuff. I'm the dummy guy. I'm the one that keeps it dumb so that other dummy guys can figure it out and feel safe in the space. So anyway. No fluff in here. That's right, Dorsey. No fluff in here. Although, RG3 flipping burgers. What do you mean flipping burgers? I'm not flipping burgers. I was horrible. I got fired from flipping burgers. I don't know how I got fired. This is my mind, right? So this is how. So I worked at this place called Pup and Taco. For those of you in California who don't, who remember that, Pup and Taco was an amazing fast food place. They had burgers, burritos, tacos, hot dogs. They had the whole thing, right? And they were really good. But I was on the cashier deal thing, and you know, somebody would hand me $5, and they'd get it. It would be, you know, $3 and some change, right, for their meal, whatever. I mean, that back then, that's what it was. So I'd go, okay, $3, so 4, 5, and then I'd give them the change. So I was giving extra change out every time because we didn't have freaking electronic shit. It was like, you know, manual freaking cashiers. So everybody was always getting like, you know, anywhere from 60 to 50, 30, 99 cents extra every time they came through the window. And at the end of the day, I'm always like, you know, $12 short. So it was like, what the hell's going on? I ended up getting fired for that. Who remembers Noggles? Yes, Noggles. They opened up a new one out here. They brought it back and they opened up a new Noggles. So we actually have a new Noggles. But Noggles was kind of the same as a Pup and Taco. But yeah, who remembers Jack in the Box? We still have Jack in the Box out here with the cat tacos. You know, tacos de gato. You know what those are? We have our cat tacos. That's what we call them, cat meat tacos. Like, you know, it's in like in the East Coast. When we go out and party, it was, you know, White Castles. You know, you stop at White Castles, get a bag of those burgers, you go home drunk, eating the burgers, whatever. In Cali, you got those damn tacos, the 99-cent tacos. Tacos de gato, we call them, cat tacos. And you get a bunch of those, throw those down, two, 3. I can't tell you how many times I came to on a, you know, morning with taco wrappers laying all over my bed and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. remember those. I do remember those. Who remembers Kinetics? Well, we all remember Kinetics. Look, Kinetics isn't gone. He's taking a little hiatus. He's got other things going on right now. He's working diligently with the highest of stakes folks in this in this push to the next level of where we're at. So he's working so hard on that and on some other things that we've got going on. So he has gone nowhere. He and I are still working together behind the scenes doing stuff. He just hasn't been spending a lot of time streaming or on the Twitters. He's got to focus. So please leave him alone. Let him focus because he's got important stuff to do. Anyway, yeah, Kinetics was on the morning show yesterday. Yeah, he's going to pop in every once in a while. Who remembers Gerardo? I remember Gerardo and his rainbow crap. Captain's still here, man. I'm still here. Just look for bullish ox as an alcoholic who loves to eat after drinking. I'd rather not eat that. Yeah. I don't know what he was talking about. Was he talking about the cat tacos? Yeah. Has pups in hound NorCal? No. Wait. I was trying to read this one here. Pup and Taco SoCal. We has Pup and Hound in NorCal. Oh, Pup and Hound? Okay. I think that's different. Pup and Taco was like Mexican food / hamburgers / hot dogs. It was pretty cool. So anybody got any Captain still flying the flag? Yes, still flying the flag. Still doing it. Who remembers Hexologist and his $2.01 prediction? I remember that $2.01 prediction. That's why. Any dates for the tour? I don't think that the tour dates are all in stone yet, so I can't speak to that. We do have our NorCal, San Jose area event finished and inked, so I'll be able to get the date of that really soon. We're going to be making a big announcement on the FN Hangout this Friday. So basically, we're going to kick everything off this Friday. Everyone's going to see what we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're going, all that stuff. So we'll have the space available for everybody to see all that on Friday. But our first one is going to be in May. It's going to be in NorCal, and kind of the first is going to be the kickoff at the cruise going out to the Bahamas, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale. So we're doing all that. So yeah.
If I can add,
yeah, go ahead, Bullish.
The website will have most of the dates listed. Some of them might be subject to change, but for the most part, based on the conversations we've had, most of the dates are like kind of inked in. I would just say,
Okay.
Like 95%, and the only thing that might be subject to change might be the venue. But on Friday, when you guys make the big announcement, most of the information will be available on the website so people can make plans ahead of time.
Right on. So we'll do that. We'll announce that and launch, reveal all that on Friday. So that's going to be Friday. When highest stakes, any news? That's about the news. Like I said, they're working diligently right now in, I guess, preparations to get on to the next step. I'm sorry, guys. It's one of those things that we can't freaking talk about details and shit, but it's getting closer. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. EES now, Hex to Mars. Yes, I am a big proponent of the EES button. Every time somebody hits the EES button, the captain gets wealthier. So yes, go ahead and hit the EES button if you dare. I am not suggesting that anybody hit the EES button. Of course, those of us who are staked and have long stakes, we are happy to have people EES. And obviously that thing is a tool. But use that tool properly and be careful and don't just, hit the button for no reason. Not good. Not good for your stakes and your future wealth. Okay. Yes, bad. Mining good. Yes, Crispy. He has bad. Good for me, bad for you. But mining good for everybody. ES bad for you, good for me. Because my hands aren't going nowhere. I leave my stuff alone. I need to do this now. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Sorry. I need to do this now. Okay. That's Kool-Aid hitting me. Going to Burning Man, guys. I'm going to Burning Man. Anybody been to Burning Man? I'm going to be a burner this year. For those of you who don't know, we have a somebody who has an actual Burning Man. It's not a city. I guess you would call it a compound or whatever. It's called Camp Mystic, and I'm going to get to go be part of that. RG3 at Burning Man. Ooh, shit. Yep. I'm going to be at Burning Man. I'm going to be there this year. Freaking, hopefully there's a bunch of Hexicans there. We can hang out and freaking yuck it up and have a good old time. It's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. Rent a motorhome. Go hang out there. Yes. Yes. Melv Tony, thanks for the drop there. We are at 8 cents. Very, very nice level. I like the 8 cents. Captain is always a Burning Man. Pants on fire. Ooh. Bring goggles for sandstorms. Yes, I've heard about the goggles. We have to tape the motorhome up and visqueen it basically so that the dust doesn't get into everything. I had to pay an extra it was an extra $350 just for the cleaning crew afterwards. DGen Juggy, hopefully I can make it to the Charlotte meetup. Yeah, get to the Charlotte meetup. Yes. We're going to get as many people to these meetups as possible. Bring your onboards, bring new people. That's the key. It's you being there is one thing, but bring somebody with you. Bring that person that you care about, that you've been trying to get to understand what Hex is, that's just like on the fence. Bring them. Those are the people that we want to talk to, because a lot of the times the people that so Hex cannot just be marketed on flyers and billboards and Google ads and all this kind of stuff. It's hard to market cryptos that way. Cryptos require a story be told. They require some understanding. They require trust because of what we talked about earlier, that the whole space is a joke. 99.9% of the stuff is shit. It's garbage. So how are they going to get trust from a billboard? How are they going to get understanding from just a billboard? They need somebody to help them. It is so scary the first time that you get into crypto and send your money from one wallet to another. It's a scary experience, especially if you're sending a decent amount, whatever. This is your nest egg or whatever you're doing. It's hard to get people to take that leap. Those of us who were pioneers in crypto and did all that stuff said, fuck it, I'm doing it. That's one thing, but there's a lot of regular people out there that just, this doesn't sit right with them. So it requires a story be told and trust be developed, meaning that somebody needs to step into the gap. And that is you with your friends, your family, people that people that you work with, you care about, whatever. But not all the time do they have trust in you particularly or your investment choice. So there's a little bit of a fence sitting there, or wavering. I've got to look. I got friends too. I got one right now who's like one of my best friends who got in at the top, and it's not the person some of you might be thinking of. So another friend, freaking, we have a great relationship, but he got into crypto. Somebody talked him into crypto. He had some ETH and some other stuff, and I told him, hey man, get into Hex. And of course, the whole thing, tanked, and Hex retraced 90%. So he's like, man, I want to get my money out. I'm like, no, if you get your money out now, you lose. That's how you lose. You cash out, you lose. You sell, you lose. You got to hold. You got to hold through another cycle. I did. I held through many cycles that I got screwed on. So you have to hold through the cycles. Once you've held through enough cycles, eventually, if you're in the right thing, that's when you see the gains, the mad gains. And that's what happened. So bring your folks so that they can hear it from somebody else also, that they may have a little more trust in, just because that person is coming from a different space than you. So yeah, let's get people to these events, and let's talk to your folks so that they can understand too what it is that we understand. That's what I do. That's what I do best, is I get out there and I shake babies and kiss hands and let people know what's going on in the DeFi space and what's going on in the Richard Heart ecosystem, and how it's changed my life and how it's changing the lives of other people, and how it could change the lives of people that are in situations like I used to be in. That's the story that needs to be told. And that's what I want to get out in front of people and do, because it just feels right. MJ Money says, if Captain comes to Boston, we can have our meetup at Elizabeth Warren's office. Oh man, boy, she is really just off the hook on crypto. Yeah. And again, they look at the 99%, which I can't fault them. I can't fault the regulators and the ones that have a hard on for crypto. I can't blame them. You can't. I mean, if 99% of the stuff out there is garbage, then they're right, really, right? Nobody knows who Hex is or what Hex is. Nobody knows. Nobody. It's such a small little piece of the crypto community that's in Hex. And the whole world doesn't know about us. They will. But it's going to take some time. Oh, let's see. Don't take any sporting tickets from Elizabeth Warren. She scalps them. Oh, that's funny. Bivina says, if you keep shaking those babies, we're going to have to start calling you Rattletrap. Yeah, Rattletrap's all right. You can call me Rattletrap. Oh, does anybody have any like questions? I want to try and dig into some questions and answer some things for people. I can do that. I can, even though I may not have the technical prowess of an Axis or a Coffee or any of those. I've done better than they have, and so some of my advice might be worth it listening to. So, let's see what AK just said. Thanks for becoming a member, Captain. Isn't it sketchy that Nomics adjusted Hex ranking last cycle out of the fear of it entering number 3, and this time pulled the plug before mainnet? Someone pulling the gatekeeping strings, huh? So I have intimate knowledge of all of this because Clay and I are friends. He's the owner of Nomics, and I went after him pretty hard, and so did the Hexicans when he changed the ranking. But he did not do it out of the fear of them hitting number 3. Not at all. Clay may not, in a lot of people's opinion, did the right thing. He felt like he did the right thing based on the OA and what it was set up for. And that's why he did what he did. It had nothing to do with fear of it going to number 3. Clay doesn't play that way. He's not playing and swimming in the same pool. And I haven't got to speak with him yet. I have some messages out to him to find out what's going on and what happened. He and I haven't talked yet. Hopefully we will. Maybe I'll get him on stream. I don't know. He has been on stream here before. But I can tell you this right now. Even though a lot of Hexicans are angry with him and didn't like what he did, I particularly didn't like it either. I heard him out and he told me his reasoning for it and why. And even though I didn't agree with it, I understood his point of view and I left it at that. And I let bygones be bygones. And we've, we're friends. It has nothing to do with, our friendship. But I know that he's a stand-up guy. And although we all think he may have made a mistake, and he may have even thought he made a mistake himself, but he's still not a bad guy. And he's not doing anything nefarious. I don't know what has happened here, but it's obviously he's had to shut down for a reason. And hopefully I can find out what that is, and I'll report it back to you. But again, Clay is a stand-up guy. We are not defined by our mistakes. We are not defined by the last fuck up, by the last transgression. That does not define who we are as human beings. Everybody's entitled to mistakes and forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. So, a lot of you guys have held grudges from people for doing this or doing that or whatever. Sometimes you got to let go of that stuff. But I'm not saying to give him any leeway or anything. I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying I've done that. And it's because I do that with my friends. I've got a lot of friends that have, done, said stupid things, made problems, and they're still my friends. And, you got to see past all that stuff. Anyway, Nomics had Alan says, Nomics had a 7-day price prediction. They took that off and had it under development for 2 months. I'm guessing someone sued or he sold. Nomics had a 7-day. They took that off and gotcha. I remember that price prediction thing. Yeah. Of course, in a downturn, people are going to cry. So they come up with an algorithm to say what this coin's looking like it's going to do and what it could do. And then leave that on the site for people to kind of like, okay, FOMO it, whatever. This is what it looks like it could go. And then they might have gotten in trouble for that. We'll see. Swearworks says, hey, Swearworks, what's up? Another blast from the past. Love it when Swearworks is in. Any thoughts about living off Hex crypto by purchasing debit cards and gift cards, Amazon, Airbnb, instead of selling your crypto and incurring capital gains taxes? So in that situation, you're just diverting funds into different tools to cash out. It's the same thing. You still owe it if you self-report it that way. That's what taxes are, self-reporting. But by using those cards, you haven't changed anything. You're still cashing out. You're still obligated according to the tax code, depending upon how you read the tax code. I have a lot of people that don't think the tax code applies to them. But every time it seems to put people in jail when they don't think it applies to them. But anyway, and I know in this space, we have a lot of people that are very libertarian, very anti-tax, very, what do they call that? Revocation of election kind of guys or whatever. And that's fine. That's, you guys do your thing. But anytime you turn your crypto into spending, you turn it into products, services, blah, 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 whatever, you're cashing out. And if you're self-reporting and you are staying above board, then that's what you are doing. You need to make sure you're reporting that stuff. So it's not a way around. It's not a legal fix. It's just, using these cards to only spend a certain amount of money that doesn't get flagged, I guess, whatever. But, yeah, I do not advocate for any of that anti-tax shit. No way, no how. I'm too fucking old to go to jail for anything. So I stay away from that. You can fuck with taxes all you want. Good on you. Good luck to you. Have at it. So anyway, AK also says, how's the documentary coming along? Toby mentioned a couple weeks back some positive meeting was about to happen. Your guess before or after mainnet? It's very strange, and I'm telling you right now, there is no coalition. Yeah. Anyway, they're not correlated. I'm sorry. There is no correlation between the highest of stakes and the launch of PulseChain. I want everybody to understand they're not at all related, connected. There is no communication between the highest of stakes crew and Richard Hart when it comes to the launch of Pulse. He has been as close-lipped to them as he has been to everybody else. Nobody knows shit. Nobody knows shit. Nobody knows shit. So, yes. Toby Wan was right. There have been some great meetings that have been going on. There was a little update a couple of days ago about one of these meetings that just went on. So, yes, the highest of stakes is moving forward and advancing into some very high places. Yes. So what else have we got in here? It's been an hour that I've just been sitting here chatting by myself with the chat room. Not a whole bunch of value in that, I think. Come on, guys, throw some questions. Give me ask some stuff about the past, about what happened in the past, and I'll lay it out there for you guys. Because remember, history repeats. I think that the launch of PulseChain, we need to really go back and look at the launch of Hex and Big Payday and how things happened and how some of the least likely things were the things that happened. Some of the things that we didn't really put our finger on until it all went down. You know, it was like, oh, no wonder. Of course, that's the obvious thing that could have happened. So when you're looking at this PulseChain launch, look at the obvious things. Look at the things that Richard has said. Look at where Richard has focused your attention on. And that's the thing that I've been contemplating is, what has Richard said about these products? When Hex came out, he was like, you don't want to miss this. You want to get this right. But when he built Pulse, he said, well, it's broken over there. We got to make something new. We got to make Hex better. Hex is going to be better if it's on its own chain. And that's what he said, man. That's what he said. So take that for what it's worth. You missed RG3 showing us his AARP card. Oh, Alan, that's it. You got a timeout for that one, Alan. I'm sorry. You can't talk about a man's AARP card. You just can't do it. Man, they start sending you to those things. Like when you hit, I think it's 50 when you start getting them. 50? Yeah, it's 50. What a fucking bummer day that is. Or, you know what's even worse? The day you sit down and you get the fucking pick off the senior menu. Holy crap, that sucks. That sucks. But I ain't mad because I still look better than fucking half of you guys. So, anyway. Yeah. Hit the wrong. Wow, Alan before me. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be next, buddy. Let's see. The Captain stream is still strong. Yes, Sal Palmetto, baby. Sal Palmetto and CoQ10. I should get my box down. I should get my box down for you guys. So I have a plastic box that's about yay big, about yay wide. And it's full of my supplements that I have to take every day. Like, I got to choke down like 20, 30 freaking pills in the morning. And then I got to have my tea with like 3 or 4 other scoops of crap in it, some tar and some other crap. It tastes good, not bad. And I feel great. Don't get me wrong. But man, what a freaking bunch of stuff just to, start feeling healthy again. But by the way, Captain did it's called a in-body scan today. 15% body fat. Woo, getting there. What? Prune juice supplement. All right, that did it. Another timeout. We're getting timeouts now. You get free coffee from Marcus with that card, don't you? I don't have the card, and you're going too. You're just going because they need some company over there, and you know the place. You know it well, so you can show them around the room there. Oh, we're plotting our own demise. Yes, our own demise. Yes, you are. You are. What else is going on? What else is going on? How happy is everyone about the Restrict Act? I don't think anybody is happy about the Restrict Act. Now, well, thank you, Sandy. I think that this thing is going to go nowhere. I don't think it's going to pass. I don't think it's going to get where it's got to go. It's really scary. It's really scary when they try to overreach like that, or when they put things in place that can overreach like that. You know, oh, and they always say like when what was the big security one that went in during 9/11, the Patriot, was it the Patriot Act? Yeah, I think it was the Patriot Act. That gave so much powers, so much overreaching powers to the government, and now, you know, I mean, some of the stupid shit. It's just stupid. You know, one guy tries to light his shoes on fire, and we're all taking our shoes off forever now at the freaking airport. I mean, just ridiculous. Some of this stuff. Those gas station pills are working, looking good. Yeah. And well, no gas station pills. I spend a lot of time and money and effort on my health. I don't want to die. I've got some 15-year stakes out there that I got to make it to. So Captain's taking care of himself. I don't want to be a fat tub of goo with lots of money. I want to be a stud with lots of money. Yes. Because there's nothing like feeling good. If you've read any success books, there's one called Think and Grow Rich, real old, very good book, and Carnegie, I think, is who wrote it. And Think and Grow Rich, maybe it isn't Dale Carnegie. I'll figure out who it was. It'll hit me in there. Anyway, Think and Grow Rich. They went out and interviewed a bunch of, at the time, they were multimillionaires. I don't know if they were billionaires at that time, but they were the wealthiest of the wealthiest. And they asked these guys, you know, what is it that you would change, if anything, in the past to what you have today? And they all said, Napoleon Hill. I'm sorry, Napoleon Hill. So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Great success book. If you haven't read it, you got to read it. It's like Wealth 101. You want to Success 101. Think and Grow Rich and The Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. My two go-tos. And how to win friends and influence people. Definitely another go-to. Those three are like must. If you haven't read those three, where you been? Where have you been? But anyway, they asked these old timers, these old wealthy guys, what would you have changed? And they said, I would have taken better care of my health. I would have not been sick, cancer ridden, heart disease, all this stuff. They would have taken better care of their health. So I'm taking heed of that, and I am doing everything I can to get my back and my neck in shape. And by the way, I feel better than I ever have, just from taking care of myself with food and with massage therapy and something called Rolfing and some other things that I'm doing. You know, my neck has been feeling a bazillion. Like if I could go forever like this, I'd be happy just where I'm at right now. That's how good it is. And it was excruciating, life-ending type pain for years and years and years. And it's really doing well now. And I'm back in the gym and everything's really working out great. Alan says, we got to stay healthy to enjoy our gains. Otherwise, others will enjoy them on our behalf. Exactly. And I know who it is. It's those three little short motherfuckers who live in my house. Those are the ones that are going to be spending, and the lady that yells at me all the time. They're the ones that are going to be spending all that money when I'm gone. Because guess what? My dad was like, freaking the best, right? And I lost him two years ago, and he's forgotten. You know, when you die, it doesn't take but a couple months and you're forgotten, man. It's over with. You know, like people go home from the freaking funeral and they're eating fast food and laughing again. You know, life goes on. Like, you're gone. That's it. You're done. It's over. Your old lady's with somebody else. Kids got a new dad. That's it. So fucking take care of yourself so you can enjoy it. You know, it's that's just the way it is. Think about it. You know, they're somebody, I heard this in a place. The graveyard is the richest place in the world. All of the lost ideas and potential that are in that graveyard, all the things that could have, should have, would have been, are all buried in that dirt. Like, I mean, it's profound to think about, of what could have been that now they're in the dirt. Man. I don't want to be that. I want to do everything I can to stick around and try and make an impact and do some things, versus sit around and do nothing. Because it's gonna be fun these next few years. We're gonna have some fun. Just wait. A guy like me got money to go do shit. Oh man, I'm gonna be Mr. Beast ain't gonna have shit on me. Oh, I got some ideas and some plans and some things I want to do for some folks, and man, I cannot wait to start doing things like that. First, take care of your loved ones. First, take care of your immediate family and yourself, your health. You know, invest in yourself. Man, think about all the Ferraris and Lambos and shit that people bought out there. And if they would have spent that money on themselves, man, they'd be in so much of a better place. They would got their diet and their physical regimen in place, and their supplemental regimen in place, and all that kind of stuff, and seen good doctors and take care of their health. Man, imagine what one Ferrari would have done. I mean, man, I'm telling you, don't ever forget that. You do get wealthy. You do take care of that health. So important. We've always talked about it here. Most important thing. I mean, you know, there's something to be said about hookers and cocaine and going out that way. There is something to be said about it. It's like, hey, went out in a blaze of glory, freaking had a good old time doing it. Right on. Legend. If that's the way you want to go. Me, I'd rather go out and be impactful. Now, there was a time in my life when the hookers and cocaine story would have been okay. Would have been completely fine with that. That would have been like, live fast, die young, leave a good looking corpse, right? Not so much anymore. My corpse is ugly and old, and I've got too much to live for now. So yeah. Oh, here's a question. I see a question. What are people using for their simple? Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead, pop it up there. What are people using for their simple portfolio tracking? That's what I use Nomics for. Oh, well, I hate to tell you this, but that was probably one of the best places to look. Now there's things like, I guess, CoinGecko. What was the other one? See, I don't even look at those ranking sites anymore. Market cap is such a joke to me that, and those companies are such a joke to me. I mean, I would look at Nomics every once in a while just to kind of see where things were, but, you know, what was the other one? Oh, Coin Paprika. Coin Paprika was the other one. I don't know if that's even still around. I mean, Dex Screener, of course, you know, that's the best place to go look at a chart. And it's got all the other stuff in the back too. Yeah, Dex Screener is probably the best. I mean, that's where I look at price action and stuff on the phone. But yeah. Coin Paprika is more accurate on Hex. Yeah, that's what I always thought. We in the early days, we used Coin Paprika most of the time, and then we kind of all switched to Nomics, and then Nomics pulled his shenanigans on de-ranking it based on the OA, took some of the market cap away from it and de-ranked it. Not much, you know, it slid about 6-7 places, But yeah, after that, it was, Deck Screener is a good place to go. They got a lot of good tools in there now. I don't think it has a portfolio feature either, but there's enough info in there, that you can see things. I mean, Staker app if you want to like hold your portfolio, and then Deck Screener if you want to see like the real numbers, I guess. Until something better comes out, right? Right. Okay. There was some other thoughts here. What was it? Oh, this guy here. Crypto Winter Bull says, RG3, do you think Pulse X and Pulse are going to do things we can't even imagine? No, I don't think they're going to do anything that you can't imagine. I think they are going to do well. I think that they are going to do as well as any of the other DEXs or any of the other layer ones have done. I think that you're going to see that type of movement. Why wouldn't you? Why would it be any better than any of the other things? Now, I think Hex can 10,000x again multiple times. Hex is the GOAT. I don't know why people think these other things are going to do better than Hex. They're not. Just look, looking at Pulse and Pulse X right now as mad gains is, degenerate trading shit. It's gonna do well. They're gonna X. They're gonna probably 150, 200x, 200, 150, 250x each, at least, is my guess. You're gonna see some numbers like that. Maybe even PulseChain could do 1,000, couple thousand x. Who knows? But I know what Hex can do. You got to look at the math. You got to look at the programming. You got to look at where the value is. The value is in Hex on PulseChain. It's Hex running on PulseChain that is the value. So why would Hex not be the thing that moons and does it over and over again? Bitcoin did 6 million X. 6 million with garbage technology. And I'm sorry, that's what Bitcoin is. It's garbage. And you can't debate me on it because it's not better than Hex. It may have been around longer. It might have more market cap now, but that doesn't mean anything. Just because you're first, that's like hitting the employment lottery. I'm employee number 21 of this monster internet company. I don't give a fuck that you won the employee lottery or you won the lottery of the crypto of the fucking beginning. Don't matter. Betamax didn't matter. The 8-track didn't matter. Old-fashioned toasters that you put in the flame didn't matter. The Model T didn't matter. Biplanes don't matter. They were all great things when they first came out. They were all great things when they first came out. But they don't matter anymore. The thing that matters is what's better now. We're in technology. We're in tech. Why are we the only fucking stupid ass space that wants to look at old technology in a tech field? I do not get it. Like, crypto people are supposed to be the most technologically advanced people in the fucking technology space, but they're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. I have never seen a bigger clown show than the crypto space. The leadership is void. There is no leadership. You got guys, oh my gosh, can't even say their names. They're pathetic. Pathetic leaders. Weak ass, weak sauce fucking leaders. This space needs a cleansing. A cleansing. Oh my gosh. What happens when you give nerds that have been playing with the Nintendo in their mama's basement all this time fucking some power and a little bit of money? That's what happens. is you get this leadership void, this integrity void, this character void. Ugh. It's going to take some cleaning up. It's going to take some cleaning up. So that was my long answer to do things that we can't imagine. I think they're going to do some great things. Like I said, 250x, not bad. That's pretty damn good. You ain't getting that nowhere else. So if you're sacrificed in Pulse and PulseX, you're going to probably do really well as far as your crypto goes. I don't know what the dollar values of those are going to be, but you're going to probably see some multiple X's on it. I can almost imagine that. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think Dick Stringer has a no. Thanks, Nice Deals. April Fool's joke. I don't know. He did his joke afterwards because it was like a day after, wasn't it? Like on the 2nd that he announced that? I don't know. Let's see. I want to answer some more questions since I've been ranting. Anybody jump in there? Already said himself that he wants to see Pulse outperform Hex. Really? Wants to see Pulse outperform Hex. I didn't hear RH say that. I didn't hear him say that. But I guess I want it to do better than Hex too. Of course. Hell yeah. I got more into Pulse than I did in the Hex, and I think that's the way a lot of us did. Those of us who got in the beginning of Hex put more into Pulse, and I think we put more into Pulse X after that. So yeah, I hope they do better. Hex is going to moon on Pulse. Pulse was made to help Hex. Yes, I believe so too. Bitcoin. Yep, Bitcoin. The corn is dead. The corn is dead. Employee 69 is where it's at. Okay. I get the Bitcoin hate, but you do not talk about JL like that. JL. I missed something. Hate mattered to Papa B. Hi, 8. Okay. Employees of the month don't mean shit. Yeah, and the number of employee you are don't mean shit either. Just because you're employee number 20 or whatever doesn't fucking matter. IOTA didn't matter. No, it didn't. It didn't. And it was the talk of the town. Oh, that was the tech of the town, boy. I was even talking about IOTA. Yeah. BitConnect never mattered. No, BitConnect never mattered. Nope. The OGs, especially the ones that stuck around through the whole bear, showed true leadership. I agree, T-Bird. I agree. Respect to the OGs who helped making me a baby G. OGs. I find it very hard to call people OGs that have been around for like 3 years in a space. It just, I mean, I get it, but it's like, shit, man. Come on. 3 years. This is new to all of us. Like we're all in the beginning. We're all in the beginning. This thing. I will answer that other question like this. You guys don't know the amazing things that Hex can do because of what's happening, because of PulseChain, because of the world losing confidence in the fiat monetary systems, because of everything that's going on out there, because of how sentiment is looking to lean in our favor right now. Even though they try to come at us and they've got nothing. They haven't done anything. Even when they try and regulate, they're fighting amongst each other about regulation, who should be regulating, and the fights that they're picking with the crypto space, trying to fix it, they're losing those fights. So I think we've got another couple of years before they finally get their heads out of their ass and figure this out. But it's going to be a while before we hear that head pop out. So there ain't going to be no pop anytime soon. They're going to be fighting amongst each other. And guess what? Another election year is coming. So guess what crypto is going to get? Swept under the rug. They're going to sweep it under the rug. And then we're going to get by for another couple of years. And then maybe they'll start trying to do some regulation or something. But that's going to give the DeFi space and Richard Hart's ecosystem plenty of time to get up and running and to start showing people what real DeFi is. Real DeFi. So anyway, with that, guys, it's been an hour and a half. I'd love to keep talking. RH himself said that the real miracle of Hex is the fact that they made it first. Yeah. Richard just did it first, and it's very simple. I'm going to say that the share rate, T shares themselves, were absolute genius. And my buddy Dev Kyle is to thank for that. And of course, Richard too. They both worked on it together. But what a piece of ingenious work that is. It's poetry in finance is what it is. That is the key. The piece de resistance is the T-share. Other than that, Hex is simple. Send, receive. Stake. Send, receive, stake. Fucking simple. Nothing. The beauty is in the T-share. Now, somebody just asked me one fucking time what a T-share is. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for showing up and watching the half of the DeFi Syndicate show. I had 100 people in here the whole time. I appreciate you all. Can't wait to see you all on the road. Friday night is going to be the announcement of the dates. And hey, please, if I'm coming to your town, please feel free to reach out to me, DM me. I'd love to meet all of you, shake your hand, hear your story. I'm not unapproachable. Please don't feel that way. Some people get weird around me in public situations, and I don't dig that, man. Just come up to me. And I'll tell you something else. All you fucking guys out there with wives and girlfriends, and you show up at these events and you come up and you introduce yourself to me without introducing your lady first, shame on you. Shame on you. And I stop each and every one of you every time you do that. Introduce me to your friend or your partner or whoever first, and then go ahead and do the fanboy thing, and we can take pictures and all that stuff. But be kind to the people that you bring with you. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you on Friday. And then, we got to chat with the captain on Monday too. So that's going to be cool. Appreciate you all. Thanks. See ya.